Yay! My favorite podcast, Quest Unplayed.
Yay!
My dad let me stay up late for this.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to Quest Unplayed, where the three of us usually, but Anthony is kind of having a power outage.
We lost Anthony.
Situation up in New York. I think there's like a bad snowstorm somewhere there, so he might actually join or not.
Yeah, we
I'm
just
not
got
too
hit.
sure. But yeah, we just talk about gaming stuff and have fun together. I'm George, the co-host of Quest Unplayed, and this quest is joined by Zach.
Hi!
All right, and we have another guest, Riggy, sorry.
Hello.
That's the man right there.
Hello.
Awesome. Yeah. We'll talk a lot about his game, and he's also a content creator himself, so we'll probably, hear a lot about some tips, especially for the devs that might be interested in starting their own, a channel of some sort and start, sharing their devlog or something. Or I'm pretty sure there are a lot of indie game developers thinking about it, but they're not like, oh, I'm not like chatty, whatever. My content's not gonna be fun. I'll do it eventually or something. But
Right.
we might be able to get some tips and advices from Riggy. But
About to say, I see people of all kinds of different stuff do really well.
yeah, exactly. That's why I always tell them just try it.
Just do crazy stuff. Yeah.
Yeah. But before we start, this podcast is sponsored by Minimap, your ultimate gaming hub, and a gaming companion app. You can sync your gaming accounts and track everything you've played, playtime, progress, achievement trophies, and all that good stuff. And you can even make your own game collections and connect with other gamers, just like any social media platforms. And we have a sponsor video while Riggy is coming back on video. That's a perfect timing too. We got you.
For you guys on Spotify right now, we are looking at the Minimap insert for the stream for the podcast. Basically, go to Minimap because if you want all your achievements and everything linked, and you want to make friends and talk about video games and make video game friends and all that stuff, you should probably go there. You can rate games, buy games, date games. If you're into dating games, you could do that. It's real nice. It's real nice. I met a nice game there. It didn't work out, but she was pretty cool.
Yeah.
It's an interesting angle.
But seriously, Minimap is a spot. Minimap is a spot.
Yeah.
I love me some Minimap. I like this Minimap so much I don't even use Minimap in my own games because I'm like, nah, I'm not cheating on Minimap with another Minimap.
I like that commentary.
I got too much stuff in my brain.
Understandable.
It's too much.
Relatable.
Too much. Right? You're like, why is my brain still talking? Do you ever sit around all quiet and your brain just like blah, 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 and you're just looking at people and you're like, stop talking.
Yeah,
Like, who are you talking about? Like, nobody. I'm just chilling.
Just living somewhere else.
Because when you say half the stuff that's in your brain out loud, they're gonna be like, can we get security? Security. You're like, oh shit. Gotta run.
Absolutely.
Grab the chicken soup, go. I'm just kidding.
Thank you so much for coming to the podcast, Riggy. I really
Welcome, Ricky.
Absolutely. Thanks for having me.
So, can you tell us a little bit about yourself and the game, and everything that you want to say?
Sure. I'm Riggy 2K3. I am a game developer and content creator who I got my start kind of in like right after the pandemic, like a lot of people, but I rediscovered kind of the hobby of game development during the pandemic, and I started streaming my game development process on Twitch and YouTube. And after about a year and a half of doing that, I came out with the first version of Deluge, which is a horror RPG made in RPG Maker 2003. That's the 2K3, by the way. The 2003 engine was what I was streaming on. So I was like, I'll just stick with that. I actually used my real name until another developer that I followed was like, you should have an alias so you're not like doxing yourself all the time online. So
they
it's
can't
like a
find
good
you.
lesson. Yeah, a lot of old content is gone for that reason. But yeah, I did Deluge, and I've been hosting game jams like regularly every couple of months. We've had about 7, I think, so far. I also was a guest host for the RPG Maker official game jam that we had about a year ago, and a bunch of other stuff. I've made a lot of games. Most recently, my endeavors have included conventions because along the course of development, I got the when you make a game in an old software, you kind of realize like the limitations. And when Steam Decks kind of started popping off, I realized that my game does not play well on Steam Deck. So I went back and started over. I used a new software, and I started working with a programmer and an artist, and remade the game that I started with, Deluge. And since then, I've done a couple conventions, and I'm hopefully going to have it out in the next month or two, depending on how detail heavy we get with like fixing things up. But I think that's the whole journey. I do YouTube videos as well on the side. I don't do them as much. I haven't done them as much this year. But that's because I've been doing other stuff. But now we're here, so it's pretty good.
And I took a look at your channel. You're a pretty big fan of RPG makers from what your channel kind of showed a little bit.
Right. Yeah. So like in doing Twitch and YouTube, like that's all my focus was, that software, because like I'm teaching and sharing and learning pretty much in tandem with that community. I grew up in that community, so a lot of the developers that have put out a lot of really great games recently in that scene are kind of like people I guess I collaborate with a lot and got to know really well. So I just kind of stay in my lane with that.
Yeah, no, there's nothing wrong. I thought I saw something with a basketball player with angel wings.
Yeah, that's Barkley. Shut up and jam Gaiden. Listen, if you're looking for weird games, I also am unfortunately like very savvy about this too. So Barkley Shut Up and Jam Gaiden is quite a good game. There was a sequel that was kickstarted that never came out, but the artist behind that created a game called Look Outside. I'm not sure if you're familiar with that game.
I'm actually was playing it recently.
Yeah, so that's the
web. It's the one where you look outside and your face gets sucked out the window, right?
Yep.
And there's a girl stuck in a tube, and I'm like, "Why?" She's like, "I'm really squished in here." I'm like, "Well, you're inside a tube." So,
yeah, that's an amazing game. One of a really great game that came out last year, but also RPG Maker game.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
Yeah.
I was gonna ask you. I know. I don't know. You said you kind of like quirky games. Have you ever heard of Muffles?
Muffles Life Sentence. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep, that's an
love
RPG
that game.
Too. Great game. The art in that is incredible. I love that it's just like stuck to that specific color palette, and then it like can change. I guess, or maybe you can change it.
You can change it. Yeah. Every time you go to a new world, it has a different color palette, but you can go inside his head and change it.
That's cool. It reminds me of if you ever played like the original Pokemon games in the Game Boy player on the Super Nintendo, because you could change the color palette of the whole thing. I thought that was the coolest thing.
You're just like, I feel like this color today. But no, yeah, I was looking at your channel and I was like, why does that guy got basketball and angel wings? And I had to ask you.
That's cool.
So that's an actual game out on Steam?
No, it's not on Steam. These are a lot of those games in that video that you're looking at, the controversial RPG Maker games. Yeah, none of those. Maybe 2 of those. One of them is like Fear and Hunger is on there. And then there's a game called Black Souls that also just came out, and that game is, I don't know, I can't play that game, so I don't know. Not my.
Are they on itch? Are they on itch.io?
A lot of them are, yeah. A lot of them are on itch, or they might just be scrubbed in some way, shape, or form. Because the whole video is about controversial games and like different reasons why. There are a lot of different reasons why they're controversial. They could be like a game with copyrighted characters, or they could be like a mass shooting simulator. But they're all RPG Maker games. So the idea is just to kind of highlight some of these games and how they are kind of pushing that. With one of them being like a game that recreates the Columbine massacre. It was a huge deal, and on G4 and a bunch of other stuff back when it happened. It's really fascinating stuff. But yeah, I have that video there if you ever want to learn some stuff about some weird games.
Yeah, I think recently there was a game called Horses that was pretty controversial because it wasn't allowed to be published on Steam. But I think GOG took it. Epic, they did take it initially, but then they took it down or something after some content that was inside of the game and stuff. And then they're like, I haven't played it personally. I read some articles about it. Some people say it's not even that bad, and some people say this is really bad. So it's very, I don't even know.
It doesn't sound like a game that if you're saying it's called Horses is controversial, I'm actually afraid to find out what it's about. And you know me, I'm just like, let's see what this is.
Yeah. So.
I'm definitely the, hey, what's this guy? And then I'm like, oh, that's not good.
Shouldn't have clicked that one.
Shouldn't have clicked it, because then your Steam algorithm's all jacked up. And you're like, well, now this is all I see.
Right.
I hate it when there's so many tags at the bottom that you can't see, like there's a bad tag. So I bought this indie game. I think I can't remember the name of it. And I was like, oh, this game looks so fun. It's a game where you make this girl coffee. Where is it at? It's like, anomalous coffee machine. And so you make this girl coffee, and then it had like horror aspect to it. And I was like, oh, like it's a machine. And it had all these tags, and I didn't see the last tag was hentai. And I was like, oh God, why?
Right.
I already bought it. I just was a random like, oh, it's $5. I'll buy it. And I was like, I'm not streaming this.
Yeah.
Yeah, it happens.
It's still great. I haven't even downloaded it, but I was like, there was just so many tags. So now I go, oh, there's a plus. I'm gonna click that. We're cool. We're cool.
Just to be safe. Just a little safety net there.
Yeah.
Especially if you're streaming it.
Oh, there's been so many that I was like, this should be good. And then as I started streaming it, I noticed I was like, this possibly is not okay. I was like, you know what, chat? Let's give me a short stream today, like right now. And we're done. Yep.
You have to pop up the be right back sign or something.
I've done that. Yeah. When I was on Mixer Twitch, there've been a couple times I'm like, this is not what I thought it was going to be, guys, and I'm really sorry about that. And some of it, you're like, nah, you're fine.
Doesn't Twitch like have those like nice plus 18 sign you can have?
When I was doing good enough to make money on Twitch, they didn't have that.
Oh.
And I actually did really well on Mixer. Mixer just didn't care.
So you could get away with that on Kick, maybe.
Maybe no, I wouldn't. I honestly don't like it. Like I like finding odd, weird, fun games. And then when I find an odd, fun, weird game and I'm like, oh, this is dope. And then I start playing it. I'm like, I'm always worried that if like I want to have fresh content and show people like exactly how I feel about it at the moment.
Right.
But then I'm also worried that I'll start it up and something will happen. I'm like, oh, it's too late. It's out there, guys. delete. You know what I mean?
It happens. Yeah.
So it's like it's a balance. Like you're just like, but
yeah,
I may or may not have deleted a video too off of YouTube. Just
listen. I think we all have those videos. It's all good,
yeah.
It's fine.
Yeah.
Mostly it's mine crying about Smurfs.
We'll talk more about the game Deluge, obviously, and your
heck yeah
experiences. But before that, we have the gamer type quiz, which I briefly mentioned.
This will be interesting.
Are you ready to take the gamer type quiz, Riggy?
I'm ready. What is the? You just go for it. Let's just go for it.
Yeah. Okay.
He's like, I'm ready.
All right. It's finally the weekend after a long, tiring week. Do you ask a friend to play a video game together, or do you need to spend quality time alone?
No, I do games alone, I think.
Oh, okay. What's the most recent game you played?
Right now I'm playing a PS1 horror RPG called Kodelka. It's like if you're familiar with Shadow Hearts, which was like a PS2 series of like horror RPGs or something, this is like the first game of that, but I've been playing that a lot.
Okay. Are you a horror game genre fan or?
Not really. I'm an RPG fan, and just any kind of game that kind of overlaps with like the stuff that like Deluge or whatever is like something I've made it a point to check out. So that's one of those games.
Okay. Next question. The new game that's released isn't your type, but a friend is urging you to play with. It's not my cup of tea, so refuse at first, but it would be fun if we play together. Or do you listen to your friend's words and play together right away?
I like that. This is very optimistic because both of them are like, you will end up playing with your friend.
Yep.
yes. One way or another, you're going to play the game, man.
I'm like, damn. I guess it would probably be the first one because I don't know. Like, I've played a lot of those, like, what are they called? Friend slop games, like
Right,
Pete
right, right.
and
Schedule One,
Phasmophobia, like any kind of games like that. Like
All the
and
games I love.
Repo.
I just like when they're like group games like that, I'm like, I can play like one round, but it's hard to say no when somebody asks you to.
Yeah,
So
that's true.
I think it depends. I don't know. Like with me and my friends, though, we usually end up playing those games quite heavily. The only thing is we get to a point where we're constantly playing it. So I'm like, hey, I'm kind of bored now,
Yeah.
but I can't tell my friends. I'm like,
right,
yeah, let's get the RV to the next checkpoint. God, kill me now.
And see, that's why I do like Twitch though, or something, because then at least I can watch other people do that. And I'm like, okay, the pressure isn't on me to perform; the
Right.
pressure's on you to perform, and for me to enjoy it. So
Yeah. It's totally understandable.
Next question. You are thinking about joining a community with strict terms to get game information. From self-introduction to attendance check, that's too much for me, or it has good game information, so getting ranked up after 3 days is not a problem.
I think it's fine. If it's good information, that's fine. I think if the platform's good enough.
Okay. I think a lot of subreddits, on one of the subreddits, especially like, big subreddits like gaming, you need like certain amount of karma that you have to get before you actually can comment or post on
Right.
the subreddit, and then next question. Before buying a game, you carefully read over other people's reviews, watch the trailer, check the price, or if the game looks interesting, you trust your instinct and make a purchase.
I'm all instincts, always.
Oh, okay. So what's
Judge a book by its cover or something like that.
So what's the most recent one you bought?
Let me check actually. Because truthfully, I haven't bought too many games recently.
No shame in that.
Let's see. Recently, I just bought one. I winged it, and I bought a game called Cairn, Cairn,
Yep.
Myther's Curse.
Okay.
And I grabbed that game specifically because it looked like Earthbound. And I'm a big Earthbound guy. Mother series, all that kind of stuff.
Cairn is the one where you climb, right?
I'm not sure. This one's an RPG, so I don't think so.
Oh, it might be a different one. Okay, never mind. There's another game called Cairn, or it's Cairn, where it's like it's all about like rock climbing and stuff. It's kind of
Sounds like somebody where a lady comes and yells at you. So it sounds like to me.
Karen, yeah.
yeah.
Well, this Karen's coming after me.
But that game looks pretty interesting, though.
Oh, I see the climbing game. Wait, that looks beautiful. Also.
Yeah. So I think a lot of people are excited to actually play the game or buy it.
Very cool.
Yeah. I think they have a demo for it, so I might be able to actually try it before buying the game. Next question. If someone is watching you play a game from behind, it's perfect opportunity to show your amazing gameplay, or you're actually good at it, but due to the pressure, you're missing skill shots.
This one's also really good because I'm not good at games at all. I will never ever make the claim that I'm any good at a game.
Okay.
I feel like both of you probably have played Halo.
Yeah.
I streamed when I started streaming. I remember I played Halo and I got so lost in a level, embarrassingly lost in a level, to the point that my friend jumped on a voice call. I learned how to get into a voice call with him so that he could help me through this level because I just could not see the indicators. I've just accepted that I'm not a good gamer. I play RPGs, I play role-playing turn-based games because I got to take my time. But so if somebody's watching me, they can watch all they want. It's going to be bad either way. So that's my confident, lack of confidence.
Okay.
I mean, but at least you can admit, you know what I mean? Some people would probably be like trying to play it off. Like,
right. Yeah.
I don't know what it is about video games. In real life, I have great navigation skills, but in video games, I literally get lost like right away. My friends hate it. They're like, dude, where are you? And I'm like, where are you at? And they're like, look on the map. I'm like, I see you. But and they get pissed. I'm like, so I'm like the worst when it comes to navigation. Pretty
Amazing.
much video game. I don't know what it would call, like some kind of phobia where you can't do maps well.
Right.
Yeah.
That's why you need a minimap. Next question.
There's only one mini map.
Yeah. Next question. You're playing a newly released game for the first time. Rather than having regrets later on about missing something, you go over the tutorials, or the game seems to be similar to the one you've played before, so you skip the tutorial.
I think that's this is a really good addendum to the last one, because I think I skip tutorials and then I always screw myself and then I have no idea what I'm doing. So
Yeah. Wait, the one, the Deluge didn't have a tutorial, I believe, in the beginning. I think it.
if you for the demo, yeah, there's no tutorial. Well, there is for
Yeah,
combat, but
yeah,
that's
yeah.
about
There
it.
is. Yeah. So I skipped it. Of course. I did. It asks you like, do you want me to show you like how to do the battles? I was like, nope.
no,
I
no,
know
no.
exactly how.
George
to do
is a notorious skipper. He skips every game. I'm like, bro. He's like, I just want to fight. Just want to fight the monsters. I'm like, you okay? Here we go.
it. Yeah.
This is gonna be great.
Sometimes I just skip the story too. Like skip. There's the skip button. I just want to fight.
Right.
He's like, what is this skip button? This is nice.
Next question. You're playing a Mr. Solving game. Based on your years of experience in Mr. Solving games, that guy is the culprit, or that person looks suspicious, but you need to start collecting evidence first.
Oh, that's tough. I guess I start looking for evidence first. I want to say that I always think that the guy is the culprit, but the problem is you can't even just like point the guy out as the culprit. You still have to get the evidence. You have to,
Right.
like maybe that's game developer logic of just like you have to get the switch first. You have to activate the switch to let them
Right.
do the next thing. So
Yeah.
You're like, I know who it is, but damn it, I gotta do all the the puzzles to get to it.
yeah,
You're like, clearly it's this guy, everybody. And they're like, where's your evidence? He's like, oh,
right.
I
I'm not a puzzles guy either.
Yeah, and I've been watching a lot of detective stories here and there, like on YouTube and stuff, and then like they always know by instinct that this guy has to be the the culprit or the murderer, but then
they gotta prove it.
Yeah, they have to prove it. Then they have to do like all the evidence collecting and stuff, talking to all these
Right.
people, collecting evidence.
it's the worst, isn't it? They're like,
Yeah.
hey, we know you did it, and you're like, prove it, and you're like, damn it,
Yeah.
he's back.
Oh, we got it. I'll figure that out later.
I'll get you. Don't you worry.
Yeah, like, stay right there. I'll be back with
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
Next question.
I want my lawyer. Sorry, we're getting into it now. This is good times.
Next question. In order to equip the rune that increases defense by 0.01%, you have to return to the lobby. That is not a big difference, and my friends are waiting, so I just go. Or do you tell your friends to wait? You go back to the lobby to equip the rune.
I guess if I'm playing with other people, then I will just go.
Okay.
But if I'm playing a game by myself, then I'm usually going back to equip the runes. So
Okay. I think especially for like JRPG or RPG, any RPG games actually, you need to get like slightly better every single time you have like a better item.
yeah, and if you have like a 0.01% boost, you're just like, well, maybe it comes with something else. Maybe it resists fire or something that because I got to go all the way back to the damn lobby.
Yeah, there's got to
So-
be something else too.
Something.
This better be worth it.
Yeah, exactly.
Next question. During gameplay, your companion's character has been bitten by a zombie. You might be able to find the cure, so you decide to accompany them, or everyone in your group can get infected, so you choose to kill them, even though it is tragic.
That is tragic. We'll find the cure and try to accompany them, even though it's very likely to fail.
Yeah, then that's how zombie apocalypse.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, always.
You saying this whole time you could have saved everybody, but you decided to save your friend, huh?
Yeah, it's like that's my friend though. Like,
Right.
Look, best buds forever. We got the chains matching and everything. Okay.
next question. Even if I don't express it, I feel like I keep losing because of my friend. Are they not feeling well? I lift up my friend's spirits. Or you send them a link to the character's tips and tricks and suggest that gameplay.
God, I've done something like that, like the second one before, and definitely pissed somebody off.
Rage quit.
Yeah, so I guess I would lift their spirits. I don't know. It sucks also if your friend is frustrated at the same time too. It's
Yeah,
like
that's
almost not fun at all for you. So
Yeah, I mean, if we're like all like casually playing, I guess maybe like the second one, but we're like all into it and we're like all like pissed and like yelling and stuff, swearing, then you might
Right.
want to do like number one first before doing them two.
I remember
exactly.
I lost a lot of friendships during the Destiny years. I remember that.
Destiny.
That tested a lot of my friends. I'm like, look, man, you're just garbage. And they're like, Jesus. Nobody wanted to be that guy. Like, you couldn't even get the Galahorn. What a loser.
Yeah.
Like, jeez.
Next question. The
Just
character
show my-
has bad performance, but the appearance is totally my type. Considering the balance of my party, I cannot put them in my party, or you have to put your favorite character in the party no matter the cost.
Gotta do it,
Yeah.
man.
I put my favorite character in. I call it the Bowser fallacy because like I would play Mario Kart for the Super Nintendo, and I'd always play Bowser even though he sucked ass and was super slow, and like he could mess with people if you got the boost, and you could hit other people in the beginning. But when you're playing hard mode, everybody's getting the boost. So, yep, the Bowser fallacy says that I put my favorite character in no matter what.
Okay. Do you also play a
Bowser's
lot of,
everywhere. Like, yes.
Yeah. You obviously played a lot of JRPG games, I'm assuming. What is your favorite or top three, I would say, like JRPG games?
Oh wow. I'm a big Super Nintendo guy, so mine were always Mario RPG, Chrono Trigger.
Chrono Trigger,
Ooh,
And then you
Chrono Trigger.
Oh yeah, you could do. Yeah, I actually have a T-shirt on with a band from Magfest called Kingdom of Zeal. They were a Chrono Trigger like prog rock band. They were amazing.
So, well, hold on. Say it again slowly.
Chrono Trigger progressive rock and roll band.
Okay.
So like they just play Chrono Trigger music and then they just also shred the whole time. It was fantastic. They were at one of the conventions I was just at.
It sounds great, but in my head, I'm wondering who was all like, "Hey man, you like Chrono Trigger? Yeah, let's get together and make some music, bro."
You know, if you can find 4 other guys that want to do that with you, those are your guys for life. I'm sure
That's your best friends. You can't.
That's your party, man.
The world could be falling down around you. Like, hey, what do you want to do today? You know what I want to do? Let's shred, brother.
They're like the band from the end of Titanic. You know, they got to play.
They're like, let's play. They're like, hey, you know, everybody's getting on the boat. Yeah, just keep playing. You're fine.
Just keep
It'll be
playing.
fine.
Oh god.
You can float on your cello. It'll be fine. Just
Wait, Zach, what's your favorite JRPG? I've never asked you this question.
That's a hard one, man. Being honest with you, I love Chrono Trigger. Chrono Trigger was amazing to me. I love the characters. I love the very first. I don't know if you. I mean, I guess it's a JRPG, but I remember the very, very, very first Final Fantasy that came out on Nintendo in America. I loved it. I don't know why I loved it, but it was just cool. Like riding around your boat and the little guys would jump on. You're like, how these dolphins just attacking you, or these sea monsters? Like, who's letting them on the boat? They're just like,
yeah, right.
I mean, like a lot of that old school stuff like that, like I really liked. And I know this is going to be cheesy. I guess it's kind of cringe, but what is the name of it? It's I used to play it for a really long time on mobile, but I felt like this game was so good. Epic 7. Epic 7 for a game is so good that if they would have released it on Steam, they probably would have made a killing, even though it's a gacha. It's just such a good JRPG.
Nice.
Epic 7's a huge game.
Oh, okay.
But it just has a really good. I always felt like, as someone who did enjoy mobile gaming, I always felt like mobile gaming now is just such a great platform for that kind of gameplay, especially tablets and stuff, because you don't need a lot to power it, right? And you can do so much with it.
Yeah.
So
I think I recently did play Octopath Traveler on my mobile device, like on my iPhone, and it was just great. Like, you know, it's just terrific. Like, I didn't need to be on my PC all day to play the game, because, you know, it's like I don't want to say like it's like basic graphics, but it's like, you know, you need
it doesn't take a lot.
Yeah, it doesn't take a lot of, you know,
Right.
the graphic cards, whatever. Like, that cost like $5,000 or something.
That's insane.
So
another one that I forgot to mention that I really loved, I think it was like 4 or 5 discs, maybe 6. I think it was one where all the characters would turn into different dragons. Trying to remember. It's like Dragoon. Was it Legend of Dragoon?
Legend of Dragoon for PS1.
Yeah, that game was dope. I remember getting to the first disc and I'm like, oh, right, just put the second disc in.
yeah.
But I would always say the Frog Knight's gonna always be my favorite character.
Yeah. I have a big tattoo of him, like right here on my arm.
Oh,
Big game.
I don't know why. Just when I was a kid and you run into the Frog Knight, I'm like, is that a frog that's wearing armor? I love it. Like he's my dude, man. Like,
Yep.
because
Drawn
most of the
by
time you used
Akira Toriyama, like the guy that did Goku, also made this guy. Like,
Oh,
you know,
Whoa.
yeah,
the
Akira
legend.
Toriyama did all the artwork for Chrono Trigger and
Yep,
Dragon
yep,
Quest
yep,
series.
yep,
But
yep, yeah, I remember
Oh
that.
wow, yeah, that kind of makes sense. 'Cause look, thinking about the cover, that was before Dragon Ball Z too.
Yeah, R.I.P.
That's
with the legend.
that's yeah,
Uh,
yeah, it's sad. But that was
No,
last year, wasn't it?
I think it was maybe 2 years ago. But actually, no, I think Dragon Ball preceded Chrono Trigger. 'Cause
Really?
I think Dragon Ball was like late 80s into the early 90s.
Maybe
It didn't
maybe it's 'cause
come here
yeah, that's what I'm
probably
thinking.
till the 90s.
Because I didn't see it
early
till
90s.
college, and that was 2000. So that's probably why I'm like. But there was like a pre Dragon Ball too before it got crazy.
Yeah,
Now it's like
that just Dragon Ball, I think.
yeah, now it's like crazy. Like I can't even keep up. They're like, hey man, you see this new character? I'm like, what happened to Majin Buu? Where's going on here? There's some pharaoh looking dude. What's happening? I was like, I give up. I can't keep up with y'all.
yeah. Next question. My current desktop is messy with tons of icons, but it does not affect my gameplay. Or you hate chaotic things. Your desktop is neatly clean.
Yeah, I've got enough chaotic things, so my desktop is empty. There's nothing on it.
Oh, okay. So it's clean.
That's nice.
It's got the recycle bin, and it's got a picture of me and my fiance. That's about it. Yeah.
I would have laughed if you said, and a paperclip guy that asked if I need help.
Dude,
Hey, you need help?
I wish I had that guy.
Like, go away, paperclip.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
guy, I remember that guy.
I need.
You know what
something-
they said when he was out, he actually took more to run the PC than any other program. It was that guy at the time.
Oh my god.
So he was what slowed everybody down. He's like, "Hey, you need help?" Glitch, glitch, glitch. You're
It
like,
was
"Yeah."
you. It was him the whole time.
Now
He was working hard, man. That's why he was sweating on the screen.
Yeah, I
He's like,
think
It's cooking.
that's Copilot, right? For Microsoft now it changed to Copilot in a way.
I don't even know.
I don't
You
know.
know, I would probably like the whole AI uprising of everything if it was the clip art guy. If it was the clip. If the clip was the thing that was talking to me with AI, I'd be like, okay, you know what?
Fire. Yeah. He's like,
I'll try it.
hey, so Clip, I'm thinking about doing this. What do you think? He's like, well, I'm not a medical doctor, but here's what I think. And you're like, oh, yeah, tell me more.
Exactly.
Yeah, they actually all these AI companies should come up with like a character or mascot or something like that would act like a person.
Something for
or
me to
something.
just destroy.
Yeah, exactly.
You know?
Ask Jeeves. Well, so that's his. You're like, yes, tell me, Jeeves.
Next question. Before getting into the game, I searched the internet just in case I end up missing achievements, or I have never played a game for the achievements.
I've never played a game for the achievements. That's actually made making achievements in a game like really difficult. Because you have to like figure what length will a player go to, you know?
You're like, what is worthy of achievement?
Right. I'm like, oh, this is cool because like maybe they'll play the game a couple times, which like that's what I want them to do. But yeah. So I'm not an achievement hunter personally.
I'm not gonna lie. I just started doing achievements, and it's actually kind of nice, to be honest with you.
If you love a game enough, I mean,
yeah. That's what I think of. Like if there's several endings, you know it, and you want to see what's going on, like that's good. But when it's like, oh yeah, well, just you threw some trash in a thing, which I like those sometimes too. Congratulations, you're like, okay, you know.
Yeah, I just played Silent Hill, the first one, and there was like I got the bad ending because apparently I didn't go see a character at one point in a house somewhere that I completely missed, and I'm like, come on, like I'm not gonna play through the whole game just to find this one guy and have this one cutscene. So I'm a YouTube. I'll watch everything else on YouTube. I'm like, I did the legwork already.
Yeah. Do you have anything like crazy or fun in mind for the achievement for Deluge or?
Mostly like I mean, there's multiple endings, so it's like getting the endings, and there's a secret boss. So finding like those kinds of things I think are super fun. But then also like when the game first came out, like my friends who watch me on Twitch or stream the game made a joke of toilet percent, where it's just how fast they can get to the toilet in the game because there's like a bathroom in one of the houses. Well, they're in a lot of the houses, but the first one you can get to, and so they would speed run and race to that. So I do want to do like, I don't know, something silly like that would be really fun to like, tie that all together somehow.
Yeah. Be fun. So you never played a game for the achievement. Okay. Last but not least, you who happens to play a lot of games, play a game you feel like playing at the moment from your collection, or you have a gaming schedule on when to beat a certain game.
God bless anybody who has a gaming schedule. I would just play whatever I feel like I can find. But
Yeah, I mean, there are some people who say like, I'm going to play this game until I finish it, and the next I want to play this game. So I think that's kind of like a gaming schedule, not exactly like at.
It's more like a gaming to-do list.
Yeah, more like a gaming to-do.
Like, 65% done.
yeah.
All right.
Some games are long now,
I know. Oh.
I feel like there can be. I think there. I get when there's a game too short, but I feel like there's games are too long for me sometimes. I'm like,
absolutely.
Nuke Mage is quite rare.
Yeah. So you're a multi-talented nuke mage, not enough. Let's see some of the personalities that you have, or if you think that suits you. I like playing co-op multiplayer games with friends, but I like single-player games better. If someone criticized my gameplay during multiplayer, it nukes my motivation to play.
Actually, true. Honestly, very true. Somebody tells me if I'm okay sucking, but if somebody tells me I suck, then I'm like, I don't like playing with you anymore.
You're like, you're dog water. You're like, I forgot to turn off the voice chat.
Yeah. I didn't sign up to be bullied.
Forgot I was playing Marvel Rivals. Let's just turn that off. There we go.
When my friend is disappointed with the game I have recommended, it bothers me a lot. I have a tendency of an otaku, so if a game enchants me into playing, I search all kinds of information, even searches NPC personalities.
True.
There are times when I can emotionally relate and connect with game characters.
All right.
There are times when I'm at heart playing a game, but pause and think why I'm putting so much effort into it. I get bored easily, so I can't play one game for a long time. My game library is filled with games I haven't finished.
True. Very true. I think that's pretty accurate. Yeah.
I think that's true for most people, to be honest with you. Though.
Yeah. I think nowadays, especially, when you can just buy like $5 or $10 games like here and there.
You gotta stay away from the mind-reading merchants, it looks like.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, that's
cool.
That was fun. Thank you for taking the game type quiz. Awesome.
For sure. Very cool.
It's pretty fun. Yeah, that's a very rare player type.
Yeah, it is. It is. Yeah.
I think how low was the percentage for that one?
We had the data.
It was like 14% or something like that, wasn't it?
Yeah, because over almost like 1.5 million people took this test. We have data for that, but I forget exactly. But I think the most common one was the pirate is one of the top. Berserker is one of the top. Yeah. And I think that the rarest one was like the Monarch is one of the rarest ones, and they have like other things. It's basically like the MBTI of the gamers.
Oh, very cool.
I think you're one of the first devs that said what it was the one that he said that I was surprised he said. I think it was the one right before the zombies. I can't remember. One of them he said, I was like, there's definitely gonna be a different result now, because I've rarely heard somebody say that one. I was like, oh, okay, here we go. Can't remember. But I didn't want to break your flow because you're flowing.
Appreciate it.
Yeah. Nobody can't break the stream,
Right. True.
Yeah, I think we're ready to move on to talking more about Deluge and your game dev journey, actually.
Sure.
We're always interested in hearing different stories from different devs. But before we do that, let's watch the trailer.
Yeah.
Cool.
I'm excited.
Me too.
I played the game, but I want to see the trailer now.
Hello?
Please don't.
Oh, a mimic.
Oh yeah, I guess
Pretty dope, right?
Nice. Forgot to change the date on that, but that's fine.
Yeah, but yeah.
Through 2025.
So you said
Don't touch me.
it might come out in a month or two. You said
Yeah, I wanted to have it out in December, but you underestimate like how actually busy you are with the holidays and stuff. So,
Oh yeah.
and especially with like doing MagFest and everything, we just didn't really have the time to put the final details in. So I want to say by the end of next month, somewhere in that window. I just kind of gave it to Steam, so it's a matter of them approving it, and then I can just put a date out, and it'll be done.
Oh, so you actually have to send it for approval, and then you can release it whenever you want. So after you get the approval. Okay.
Yeah, because I made the mistake the first time where I submitted it for approval and I put a release date, but they hadn't approved it by that release date the first time, so it took like an extra month. So, yeah, it's kind of I guess they have to do like their checks and balances on their end with that stuff, and I'm always curious like how like detailed that is, because I give them an unfinished game and I can still upload like a new version and that sort of a thing. But I always wonder, I'm like, what if somebody just like snuck something really crazy in there afterwards?
Yeah, exactly.
But
you're like, well, that's okay. What's this?
yeah.
Yeah, and I heard Steam is like one of those companies. I heard like there's like less than 100 or 200 people like working for Steam itself.
Wow.
I heard it's like incredibly like low number, but then like the sales they make is like in the billions of dollars. So like each,
Yeah.
I think they're probably pretty efficient though.
yeah, I think they're number one in efficiency. I forget exactly what it's called. It's number one is OnlyFans and number two is Steam. I heard.
Good job, OnlyFans.
Well,
just one guy. He's like,
selling my game on OnlyFans, I guess.
Yeah.
That'd be crazy. You're like, so if you also like this content, I'm joking. Like, is that a game? What's happening right now?
If you want to unlock the episode 1, like
Yeah, exactly.
something like that. I don't know. But yeah, so could you tell us a little bit about the story of Deluge? I mean, I did play the demo version, of course, like for 15 minutes, and it feels like your main character, the character that you play with, is not an ordinary character for like a JRPG games where obviously it's quite different.
I was surprised by how naked he was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep, it's true.
I was like, "Where's this guy's clothes? He's showing off his hard buns, literally."
Deluge is kind of like an anti-hero story where you can kind of it's morality and choice driven. So when you start the game, you are given the instruction that you are a mercenary essentially for this evil entity, and you're tasked with like destroying this village that you have risen from. But the morality part comes into play as you start to like explore the town and interact with living people there that inspire memories and that sort of a thing. As you go through the game, then you kind of can take different chances and make different choices with how you handle different altercations, and the game is privy to that, and different things in the town change as you go along. So very much just like a dramatic narrative kind of thing, but also like I'm inspired by a lot of retro JRPGs that are always fun and like silly and slapstick at times and that sort of a thing. So it leans heavy into that. So Hudson, the skeleton, is the titular hero, is like a voiceless character, and he kind of pantomimes more than he speaks to get the point across, and like that's something that I pulled directly from JRPGs that I love. So
I like that.
Thanks.
It kind of puts the player to, I mean, not necessarily they're not going to see themselves as that character, but it kind of involves them as like they can be more involved in the character's personality themselves.
Right. That's always what I loved about Chrono Trigger. Like Chrono is you, like you were just Chrono. Like they're a husk, and like he does whatever you tell him to get you through the story.
Yeah, I love that.
Do you think we'll have a Chrono Trigger remake?
Dude, I don't know.
That'd be fire.
I don't want one, but I do want one. Like I want one because they could do it right, but they could do it bad. But they could do it right.
What if they kind of stayed in the same recipe but just added more lore to it or more story?
See, I don't know. I mean, like, I'd be curious what you think, but I just don't think they need to add anything. I'm just like, how do you visually, what does it look like? It's like, it could be like Octopath Traveler or something where it could be really pretty and like they just, whatever they called it. Or do they go like the whole distance of the Secret of Mana, the Trials of Mana remakes and stuff, where they like made it beautiful and everything, or like Final Fantasy VII. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's a lot of fans. They're like waiting for it, but at the same time they don't want it. Because
Right.
like they have no idea what's gonna happen. Like, if is it gonna like ruin the legacy, or is it gonna make me play again, or I don't know.
It could be good if they made it. If say they made it and it brought a new generation into the game that
Right.
never got to experience it, that might be nice.
That would be cool. I mean, like Final Fantasy VII is like that game had a whole new renaissance now. You know what I mean? Like those games are huge.
Right.
Or Super Mario RPG was one that got remade for the Switch. You know, and like that's that mentality too. And like I thought that game was great too. And that's my favorite game of all time, Mario RPG.
I mean, when that game came out, it got played hard.
Yeah.
And people were trying to beat each other's maps, and that was actually pretty cool.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, it was. Remember, for like the longest time, there'd be people uploading their own maps and people trying to defeat the maps. And I was like looking at them, so I'm like, don't even try. That's insane. You're not gonna make it through that one. You know what I mean? Like,
Oh, you're talking about Mario Maker?
oh yeah. No, I'm sorry, I had mine mixed up. I don't even know what I bet.
No, you're good. I was like,
No, but
wait.
Mario RPG was pretty dope. I remember when they first came out with that, I was like super excited that they were, because Mario is just such a fun character, and you got to play with all of them, all the different, because Yoshi, all of them they got super cool abilities. And
Yeah, that's a fantastic game. When that game first came out, I played that game right when I got it on the Switch like eShop, and then I streamed it for charity and I played it straight through because it's like it's a long game, but you could beat it. I think it's not. I should say it's not that long of a game, but you could definitely beat it in one sitting if you're, drinking a lot of coffee and water interchangeably for hours.
bathroom break. So and you were earlier, you had made a lot of mention to a lot of the games you're playing now are kind of like PS1 games and stuff like that. So, and your game, as I was playing at Deluge, felt very retro. Is that something that are you just a huge, I'm guessing, loving retro?
Yeah, retro's. I mean, that's like I'm not like a modern gamer. I got a PC like pretty recently, like fairly recently, maybe in the last 3-4 years, and so I like slowly but I played Minecraft for the first time like also 4 years ago. So like I've missed out on a lot of gaming stuff. And then I haven't been good with a dual stick thing. So, but there's so many PS1 games I've never played that I've always wanted to. Kudelka, the one that I'm playing now, is one of them. But like the Breath of Fire games, Parasite Eve, like Resident Evil 1 and 2. I played Silent Hill for the first time. So I've been slowly like building up a collection of PS1 games to just like dabble or play through as much as I can.
I don't think I actually think that's kind of awesome, because I feel like every time something new comes out, everybody drops all the old stuff. And I've seen a huge resurgence of people loving retro games. And then you even go on, and if you go on Steam, you'll find a bunch of games that are actually doing quite well, that people are like purposely making like PlayStation 1 graphics.
Yep.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
There's I can't remember, it was like something, the Carnival something was really good, and then there's that other one where it was Crow City or something, where it's like
Crow County.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I was just like,
game.
yeah, I was just like, I actually played. I know this is a mobile game, and I bring it up again. There was a Resident Evil Survivor unit on I played on my tablet, just like the regular Resident Evil, like the very first one where the door opens. It's like,
Yeah, I remember those.
and then you're in there, you're like, your character's like not very mobile. It was like, I was like, and the zombie bites you, and I was like, oh, get off me. And it's the same graphics and stuff. And I was like,
yeah.
I think that a lot of people really love that stuff. And going back and playing it, you're finding stuff that you might have missed.
Right.
You know what I mean?
There's like so many different little niches of games that like have popped up in popularity recently, but then also just like people, I don't think people care as much for graphics and that kind of stuff the same as much as they care about like gameplay now. It's like it just seems like if it feels good and it is fun to play, it's fine. People play the old games because they're like, it still feels good. It doesn't matter that it's a little blocky or whatever. Some people love that, you know.
Yeah, I think
cool.
it gives the games character sometimes. It gives them a little bit more character. If they could take stuff that would have been like seen as inferior technology, but then make it gorgeous or do something crazy awesome with it, you know. So I remember I played Mad World on the Wii, and it was all black and white because they couldn't push the graphics. But I just think that was just so cool how they the only thing you could see, of course, was the blood was red, but it was black and white. But
that's cool though.
Yeah, but that's a new thing on Steam is people are going back to that, and I think we see with games like Undertale and stuff, and all them games that people love them. They make tons of money, have huge fan bases, and they didn't have to go crazy. You know what I mean?
Right. I mean, yeah, Toby Fox. The Undertale is one of those ones that when people look under the hood, they're like, "Are you kidding? Like,
what is this?
Like this? Yeah. It's like the worst coding that they've ever seen because it just was one guy that was just making, you know, his dream project." And I think there's so much more value in that sometimes than like here's big AAA studio that spent all this time and money on this game and it has no soul. Like it doesn't feel like it has a soul to it. It's built to make money or do something like that. And like, you know, there's very much that kind of like back and forth, I think, with gaming communities where it's like what is the more favorable kind of game? Like what do you want to play more? And the indies keep rocking it. I mean, I didn't play it, but Expedition 33.
Yep.
Did either of you play that game?
I'm playing it right now.
I heard that game was insane.
Yeah, it's really great. I mean, I'm getting the vibe of Final Fantasy X, which is one of my favorite JRPG games of all time.
Nice.
Of like, you know, exploring the map and, you know, like doing, but like it's, and also like, you know, the story is beautiful so far. I don't want to get, you know, any spoilers, so that's why I haven't been like doing a lot of research on the game itself. So, but I mean, it's just amazing. I can't believe this is a game that was created by like, I think there was like 20 or 30 people in the whole entire studio. I don't know. Some people say it's like not an indie studio, but it's like more of a like AA studio, whatever. But it's, I mean, it's still like their first game, and also with the mentality of indie, you know, developer and studio, they were able to bring out this beautiful game that I don't want to say like beat, but like, you know, that won, you know, a lot of awards amongst all the AAA studio games that were released last year.
Right. Yeah, it's pretty impressive.
Yeah, it's very impressive.
I think it's like when you see the trailers and it's like, look, you could see the ripples in the raindrops, yada yada, but you could care less about the character. You're like, cool rain. I guess I'll stare at the rain or go outside and see real rain. I don't know. You know what I mean?
Actively pushing you to actually touch grass and not engage with the game at all.
No, but yeah, I think that's amazing. And like, so with your character as you play through, and you said that, you know, it's a morality. That kind of sounds a little bit like Fable too.
Yeah, I actually, dude, that's a game that's on my list. That's one of the games I have on my shelf back here. Fable 1, 2, and 3. I have to actually get an Xbox 360 to play them. But like, yeah, like the morality kind of thing, with especially in like either horror or adventure games, like, you know, like people love that because it just gives you so many different ways to make the game experience your own.
Right. I love it. Yeah. Yeah. Well, I'm just saying, like, as I play a game, if it has that. When I was a kid, I used to love choose your own adventure books.
Yeah.
So that's what it reminds me of. Like, well, you are a piece of crap. And I was like, I didn't want to be a piece. I just thought it was cool. And you're like, go back. Yeah. And so I like that with the games too. It didn't happen. And that's one thing that's cool with achievements too, though. If you do have a game that has multiple endings, I do like that. So right now I'm playing a game where I'm trying to unlock every single ending. So then I can look up that. It's like, all right, this is the last one I have to achieve. And then I go, how do I achieve this? The internet tells me, like, all right, here we go. Cause I would never figure it out myself. Yeah.
I think I also played a lot of those. Like, you know, it's a little bit different perspective, but like, you know, Civ also is more like a game where like you're building your own story kind of game instead of like you're following a story that's already written down. And also a lot of the games that were the three kingdom, the Chinese the games. Those are like a lot of the older versions I played. Those are like you have to actually make a decision whether to, I don't know, kill this general that you captured, or like you try to persuade them to join your army or something, and then based off of that you get like different endings and different stories that it carries
Right.
out. So I think I do love the fact that like some games you actually are building your own adventure and playing it, like kind of thing. So I think I think I did enjoy a lot of those.
I think that's awesome. So you got a lot of physical copies. Is there a plan for you to make a physical copy for Deluge, just for fun, or?
Yeah, I actually did one. I have it somewhere up here. I did a first run of the original version of the game. Yeah, I have. This is just my like collection.
Showing off all the cool stuff.
It's so much that it's like you're like, what's all that? It's like a ton of stuff.
Yeah, everything I accumulate. I've stocked here, and I've recently redid it. But like I loved collecting physical retro games and stuff too. But it used to be a lot easier and more affordable. It's not really as much anymore, but
no, because everybody's doing it now. Back when people were like, "Oh, this piece of crap," and you're like, "I'll buy that PlayStation 1. How much you want for it?" And I'll give you $10 now. You're like, "Well, it is the purple one with the gold buttons." You're like, "Oh, Jesus." Okay.
Yeah, exactly. Honestly, like I don't go that far, but it's like, it's been nice to, like, there was a lot of stuff I'd collected over the years that I just kept in a box for the longest time, and then as I wanted to play stuff, it's like the market grew, and I'm like, this is perfect for me.
Like investment.
It's great until you want to like buy one, and then you're like Kudelka is the one that I just picked up. Like that was a lot of money, and like I don't usually do that, so I buy and sell my stuff because whatever. But that's like the only way to play some of those, unless you emulate them, which I'm totally for as well. But there's just something really nice about.
It's nice to have the physical copy.
Mm-hmm.
So in ballpark, I know you probably you don't have to tell us, but how much did the Kudelka go for? I'm just curious.
Kudelka, I think right now goes between. I didn't pay this, but it goes between like $300 and $400, and it's like it's a 4-disc PS1 game. You know what I mean? It's just it's a RPG though. That's the thing, dude. That's the thing. It's like those old.
No,
RPGs.
it's true.
Oh, expensive.
I remember, and this is dating me a little bit. I think it was 2004, 2003. No, it was 2004 or 5 because I was in college anymore. I worked at Blockbuster, and Legends of Dragoon, they had a physical copy there. It was like $100 some.
That's
and that was like 2004. It was like I was like, no one's gonna buy this, you guys. I better just take it to the back. They're like, we see you, and I'm like, put it back over here.
I wish I would have did more of that with like Pokemon cards. Yeah,
like,
I saw those market go nuts.
I did not know they would last that long. I was like, what's happening right now? You know what I mean? Like, why is
I
this?
gave these away a long time ago. I sold these for nothing.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Some of them go for.
You're like, hey, you want my whatever this is? And he's like, sure.
Yeah.
So you actually did mention about the game jams that you do and hold or host. Could you tell us a little bit about that? Because we've heard a lot about game jams and how a lot of indie game developers like participating in those because it's just a fun experience. You get to connect you, and also you get to like try out crazy experiments for
Yeah, exactly.
I just want to go to one game jam. It just sounds fun to watch.
There's well, like, so we host them online in Discords. They're usually like about a week long. I will usually stream a lot of the experience. Deluge actually came out of a game jam.
Oh,
where I had a week.
That'd be a fun stream to watch.
Yeah, I'll definitely watch that.
But like we just kind of we'll outline kind of some restrictions and that sort of a thing, and that just guarantees that the creator, they're not just like coming out of nowhere with like something they've already started.
Right.
And I've done ones like where the theme had to be music related, where everything had to like lay on, like the foundation had to be music, or what else? God, we've done a bunch. We've done like just ones tied to an engine as well, like we did an RPG Maker 2003 one and stuff like that. And honestly, like in doing those, like you do get to try new things. You get to put something together you never made before. But then like there's like a lot of connections and stuff that come from it. So you make a lot of like really good friends and people that if you're like a streamer or a YouTuber or something, like people come out of the woodwork because they're like, this is my thing. Like, I need an opportunity to sit down and make something. I'm going to do that with this. It's cool. A lot of really amazing games have come out of game jams. And we'll probably have one maybe in the spring. But it's usually a week long. It's really intensive. And then you end with something really cool.
Yeah, I believe Peak was one of the games that was started off as from a game jam too. So.
Oh, nice. My favorite example is Inscription. I love Inscription so much.
Yeah, Inscription.
And that one came out as just the early mechanics. It was called oh geez, I don't even remember. But before it was Inscription, it was just the mechanic of sacrificing cards. Oh, it was called Sacrifices Must Be Made, is what it was called.
Oh.
Really cool.
Sacrifices must be made. Oh, awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah. So how long did it take you to kind of come this far from the beginning, I guess? And also, do you obviously you've done a lot of work, the groundwork of Deluge by yourself, but did you, collaborate with other, developers or composers or, I don't know, designers and here and that?
With Deluge, with what you played, with what people will be able to get, that was me, and then I had a programmer who helped me if I couldn't figure out the programming or wasn't able to do it, and then I had an artist for all the battle graphics, all the really large sprites.
Right.
Everything else was me. The music, except for a couple songs, the sound effects, except for a couple sounds, me, and then free and paid resources that I had collected over time. But it's primarily just me.
So with your with how much autonomy did you give them for their roles?
With the programmer, I guess none, because I'm just here's what I do. But
this is what I want.
Yeah. The guy, his name is Gimmer, the programmer, and he is just kind of this wizard with RPG Maker and JavaScript. So anytime there was something that I was interested in, he was like, I'll figure it out. And then before I could say anything, he's given me a prototype. So we worked really well in tandem where I would present some kind of an idea I had, and he would tell me if it was feasible, put something together. A lot of times he would send me code without testing it. So I would be the one testing to make sure that it actually worked. And he was phenomenal. But with my artists, their name is Band Cannon, whenever I would send them work, I would just send them the small sprite, and I'd be like, can we do the bigger sprites?
Can you do something bigger?
And when you see Hudson from the back, the skeleton body from the back, all that stuff was just their incredible work. I don't know how you could have the animate. It's one thing to make a sprite that is that detailed, but to have animation and stuff was that was all them. I just trusted their vision.
Yeah, because I noticed when you jump into a battle scene, because you have the pixels. It's very much pixel. Then you jump to the battle scene, it doesn't look so much pixel, so it's kind of more cartoonish. So I was I wonder, how, if you were I want it this way, or if he was dude, check this out. This is what I got for you, man.
It's quite literally just do what you're good at, and I trusted the vision.
Hey, wish you were my boss. Hey, so I just do what you're good at. I'm like, okay, what you told me. No, but no, because I know that sometimes when we have devs and they have a vision and then they hand it off, sometimes they'll get back something different, but they're like, oh wow, this is better than what I thought it would be, especially music and stuff. You know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah, I always think that people get really surprised with music because they're they think oh, I'm gonna get this little beep boop kind of thing because that's what I needed, and then you get this beautifully orchestrated,
it's a symphony in the background. You're like, where did you get the symphony from?
Yeah.
What happened?
Yep.
Yeah.
You're this is just they're going to the bathroom. You added some craziness to it. No, I'm just messing with you, but
it's kind of hot. Kind of rocks.
Yes.
Yeah. Whatever.
So you've been doing this for a really long. And I don't know if we mentioned it or not, but I'm kind of curious. Why the name Deluge?
Honestly, I don't recall too much. I know that I set the game in a rainy town, so Deluge I think was a term I clung to because it's another word for a flood. So I always just
thank you for telling me what that word meant. Thank you.
Yeah.
That's what I was waiting for.
I it's fine. The funny thing is if you look up, there's a YouTube video. I had heard people say deluge, Deluge. Like you can pick any kind of thing. I'm like, I should probably be saying it the appropriate way, because I realized that in all my videos and stuff, I was just mocking how other people would say it. So if somebody came up to me and was like, "Oh, I love your game, Deluge," I would be like, "Oh yeah, thank you. Yeah, Deluge. That's my game, Deluge. Cool." And I would just rock with it because like whatever, yeah. And then I look up this YouTube video and it's like how to pronounce the word, and it's a bunch of like real life examples. They're all different. Like there's still no. I still have no idea. I don't. It's Deluge. I say Deluge, but if there's I wish I had the video pulled up.
Sounds very Swedish. You know?
It's I don't know, but sometimes you'll hear it because people say it like a flood of something, but they'll use it as like, oh, a deluge of I don't know, people line the streets or something, and it's like, oh, what, huh?
Yeah, no, I was like, I should have probably looked it up, but I was sitting there thinking, I was like, Deluge. That sounds like. That's right, because I actually have a pretty good vocabulary, so I was like, "What the hell is this French? What are we looking for here?" But no, but yeah, because I was just kind of wondering. I did notice it was very rainy as I walk around with no clothes on, so I'm chilled
as hell
to the bone. You know what I'm saying? Just like maybe you should have a part where you just start shivering if the character doesn't move. And you're like, "Hey man, can we move? I'm cold." No, but
that would be actually kind of cute.
Like you don't have anything to be cold with, buddy. But no, but I think that's super cool. And so you've just been, and is this your first game?
It's my second. I guess it would be my second game. Like, I guess on this scale, I've made a lot of game jam games. So I have there's a game that's like a first person dungeon crawler where a clown chases you. I have a game like that, and okay. I have another game where you're this little TV dog, and it's like pseudo 3D, but you're collecting like different characters off of a game that's just that's like corrupted.
That sounds kind of cool.
Yeah, there's someday I should pocket all these games into like a collection or something, but they're all on my itch page.
Okay, share me the itch page link. I'll share it to the description.
Absolutely, yeah. But those games are all free. But this remake will be my my first second game or something. My second.
Oh, cool.
First. Yeah.
Yeah, it seems like a lot. You got a lot of really cool ideas, especially playing all them old games. I'm guessing gives you a lot of imagination as well when it comes to. Because
when you play like when you go back to the old games, it's like they worked in the limitations they had. You know what I mean? So like their ideas were built on like how functional it is on the console, the cartridge, the disc, the whatever,
the floppy, the hard drive.
The amount of shit that they could put on the sheer size of like Pokemon Gold and Silver on a Game Boy cartridge, like that's amazing. Like they put the whole world map, and then they put the old world map. You know what I mean? Like it's impressive how they do some of that stuff, and I always find a lot of inspiration from that kind of stuff, like how they made things work, because sometimes they would make something work and then people like it's not something that they did to other people. Like Resident Evil 1 was so good and inspirational to the Crow Country dev as it was. They didn't, so the Crow Country devs like, I want to make a Resident Evil game like the old Resident Evil, and so you have the really difficult tank controls and stuff, and like it's like, okay,
if you missed one swipe with a knife, you're screwed. You're like, shit.
Or you're just you're trying to find the item and you have to like just turn the littlest bit to like pick the thing up because because you're just missing the hitbox somehow.
You're like, where is it? That stuff kind of cracks me up a little bit, to be honest with you. I'm like, what? But I think it's nice that we're having such a diversity of games, and that people are starting to focus. I feel like people are focusing more on gameplay and fun than they are
in graphics.
100%. Because you could probably go so far with graphics, but if it's not, I mean, you're not going to always remember it. It's not going to always be the best time ever,
But
I think it depends on the game. I guess games like GTA 6, it has to be like real, and like the graphic has to be beautiful because of the expectations of a lot of people have. Or probably
people are prepared to live in that game.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But
Now,
if
listen,
yeah.
I played the first GTA. Okay, it was perfectly fine top down.
I think I played GTA 2 or 3 or 2. I think
I think 2 was in the future. You can shut down a whole intersection with a flamethrower, just like choppers and
yeah.
your little guy. They were just spinning
Who
around.
would have known that that game is gonna be like the biggest game of all time?
Yeah, seriously.
I didn't know. Yeah,
Nobody. I guarantee nobody.
nobody.
Back then, like the games like that were competing with like Tony Hawk
Yeah,
and all the
exactly.
wrestling games and just so
Mhm.
many different games.
Luigi Mansion.
Luigi
yeah.
Mansion.
Yeah,
All
Luigi's
the.
Mansion.
I still remember when they first came out with that crazy controller for Nintendo for what console was that? Was it 64?
64.
We had all the. I was like, "What are we? What am I? Which one do I
I don't
grab?
have free
Like,
hands. Yeah.
what are we doing right now?" You know. But
Mhm.
I always liked that Nintendo was like, you know what? Let's try something different. Like, what if we made a controller with 6 things to grab onto? And they're like, I think that's a lot.
But it's funny you say that too, because then they're like, but then other times they're just like, yeah, okay, here's Switch 2. We made it better. It's like, all right, dude, cool.
Yeah. Well, and I mean, honestly, out of all the consoles they ever made, Wii was my favorite. I loved the Wii, even though it was super underpowered compared to the other ones. The stuff you could do with the Wii was so fun. I was like, "Oh, look at I could do things," and now it's like, nah. But
Not as fun anymore.
what? So I didn't. George, did you ask him if he's planning on putting it on Switch?
No. Or you also mentioned this a little bit about Steam Deck too. So is it
Everything. I'm gonna put it on everything.
okay?
So the game is built that you can play it with mouse, keyboard, or controller or mouse itself. So that it also you can do touch screens. So like anywhere I can put it.
Shit.
I'm gonna put it.
So mobile too, I'm assuming.
Yeah, I'd like to.
Oh shit!
Because like you said, you're saying I think you were saying that you played a game I think on mobile recently.
Yes. Octopath
And like
Traveler.
yeah, like why not? It's the perfect environment for it, and
I
it'll
think so.
fit nicely. So
It's just nice. I'm not gonna lie to you. I've been playing a lot on my tablet lately because right before I go to bed, you know, I don't want to be on my PC. I just want to kind of lay down, and I'll turn it on, and there's just like I don't know. It's just a fun. It just always hit me how much more, how much you could put on a tablet now, or like even a phone, I guess, when it comes to JRPGs. When you think about the old school.
yeah,
Because I mean they're doing it anyways. It's a little bit different type of format, but like think of what's that one you just can't stop hearing about? They make so many damn videos for the one where you just run through the map and you fight stuff. It's not necessarily an RPG, but it's like an RPG. You know what I mean? They're always like, get this game and get this new orc character and fight. I can't remember the damn name of it, but it's super big, right? But it's always been kind of one of those things where it's perfectly, and other countries have been making games for mobile that are like that are just been popping off, you know. So it's like,
yeah. I think everybody everywhere looks at that kind of ease of access to games differently too. Like I'm sure in some places that the phone's probably more popular, that sort of a thing. I've been seeing the Steam Decks just everywhere. Like I've just been seeing that more than ever. And when I did the conventions, I ran the game on ROG Asus or whatever, or ROG Ally.
Reg Ally.
That thing, I've never seen that thing before. Oh my god, dude, I want one. I want either that or
I do
Steam Deck.
too. Yeah, I'm the same way. I was like,
that was super cool.
well, you know what I like? I don't know if it was the one you had, but there's one that's a ROG that you can actually plug in when you're not hand-holding it, and it acts just like a console.
Yeah,
You know, kind of like the
dude.
Switch, but I just like that idea.
It was a computer monitor, and then it was plugged into one of those docks, and then it had the ROG below it. So like then you could see that it was playable on handheld, but I didn't let anybody touch the ROG because I'm like, I don't know where any of y'all. I don't know what
They're like reaching. You're like, whoosh.
Yeah, like, don't pick that up.
You're like, I know I put it out there, but don't touch it. Don't you dare touch it.
Yeah, it's not for you. Sorry.
That's for me.
So, could you tell us a little bit about the MagFest? Because he met Sean. Remember Sean, Zach, and they became, I don't know, they played each other's games, I'm assuming. And then so he did mention that he met Sean. So I was just wondering like how the vibe was and your experience was.
It was cool. I don't know, like You said you hadn't heard of Mag before.
I
But,
haven't before Sean and Dayun
yeah,
mentioned it.
I had always heard about it, but I never like investigated it. And then I applied pretty close to like when the application to show kind of showed up or ended rather, and I got in, and like it is Magfest is at this like gigantic hotel that has like its own like big atrium room and like whole convention center attached to it. It's 24 hours. So the convention opens on Thursday at like at like 2 p.m. and then it doesn't close until Sunday at 2 p.m. Meaning that you can get into
Wow.
all the expo halls, you can go to all the game rooms, you can do all that stuff at any point.
It looks really fun.
It was amazing, like because it's just a big party the whole time. People call it a party con. There's like different kinds of subcultures and stuff that exist there. Let me show you the badge. Like,
I'm looking at the thing and I'm like, why have I not gone to this before? Where was it?
collect these.
Oh, it's different places.
You collect these little like banner things here, and people
Oh,
just
yeah,
make
yeah.
them and give them to you. So like, I went to the guys that do Angry Video Game Nerd 8-bit like had a hot dog party, so I got this glizzy gobbler thing here. Or like there was a Luca from Chrono Trigger cosplayer that had this one here. You know, it's like, and they just get
That's
stuck on your
super
back.
cool.
And
Wow.
like, people go crazy with it. They had like sashes of it and stuff. And
That reminds me of when I used to go to PAX and I used to get all the damn lanyards. I have like 40 lanyards, like you're like a rich guy, like look at my lanyards. People are like, okay.
it's like it's honestly, it felt like because I went to PAX East and it felt like PAX, but without the corporations. You take all the corporations out.
Oh, that sounds fire.
You put all music in, because that's if there's concerts at all hours, and then there's designated jam and music spaces all over the hotel, and it's 4 days long. So it was fantastic.
Oh, wow.
So
Well,
it's different places every year, it looks like.
They have different like versions of MagFest, like they do
Okay.
a Mag West and stuff, but from what I understand, it primarily only happens outside of like right outside of DC where I was at.
Oh yeah, no, because I looked it up and I got this thing called MagFest Incorporated.
Yeah, I
It's
think
like-
they have different events, because I know they do a camping one.
Oh wow!
They
I want to go to
do
that
a
one.
West, yeah.
There's
Yeah,
Super
people-
MagFest. There's a BitGenner Gamerfest 19 to be announced. October.
Yeah. But yeah, it's Mag literally stands for music and games, so it's like
Oh,
you know, so that's where that's like the only place you would expect to find a Chrono Trigger prog rock metal like cover band.
oh right,
I was
right.
about to say, yeah, because I'm looking at it and these guys are jamming out and it's like video game stuff, but it
Yeah.
looks pretty fire.
My fiance and I went to go see a Stardew Valley cover band, and they were a rock band that just only played Stardew Valley music, which was really cool too.
That's crazy.
Mm.
Like, what'd you do this weekend, man? Some Stardew Valley Rock. You wouldn't understand, bro. You're not with it, bro.
They had but because it's all like community driven and like it's by the fans for the fans, like there's different panels that like they had like a E3 20, I think it was E3 2010 panel where people just went and watched. They pretended, everybody in the crowd pretended that they were watching E3 for the first time as it was happening live.
Oh, wow.
So, like they would announce a game or something and people would like lose their mind about it. There was a 3 a.m. I think it was a 3 a.m. cheese party where people just brought cheese and had like different kinds of cheese. I don't know if you remember, Rugrats had the dad, and he's like making pudding at 4 a.m. because he's like, the wife is like, what are you doing? He's like, I'm making pudding. She's like, why are you doing that? He's like, because I've lost control of my life. They have a 4 a.m. pudding meetup. Like it's literally like,
I love
it's
the
just-
concept of
yeah,
everything
just
that's
silly
happening
stuff.
there.
but then like, you know, they have these huge rock bands and stuff that play, and they have like all
That's
these famous
super cool.
people. I went to the bathroom at one point, and coming out of the bathroom was the Angry Video Game Nerd. Like just crazy stuff. And so to be able to be there and like show my game for 4 days straight, like
That's awesome.
I would get up at 4 a.m. or earlier or whatever, because I couldn't sleep, and I would just go downstairs to the convention hall, and you would see people just playing your game, you know, and they're drunk or whatever, and like I think you can't get a better experience for like testing your game out in a real environment than that. Like
That's
a better experience
amazing.
rather.
Yeah, I think it feels a little bit like those the what do you call it like music festivals like Tomorrowland or all those
Yeah.
DJ things like where there goes for like 24/7 like
Yep.
DJing and all that for like 3 days straight. And also people go crazy because they get drunk, they like sleep on the floor or something. Next day, like as soon as they wake up, they get to rock with the music again, and then food everywhere. So it kind of like
Well,
feels a
I'm
lot
looking
like
at one
that.
here. It must be the camping one. It's called Magstock.
Yep. That's the
At
camping
Camp
one.
Ramblewood, Darlington, Maryland, June 11th to 14th.
We're definitely
know?
going to one of these, Zach.
Yeah.
We have to go. I mean,
By,
this,
by the time we go to one of those, I'll be up in Korea, and you're like, "Sorry, I got to go on a trip." Minimap's sending me on a trip. I'm
Yeah,
like,
honestly, Minimap would probably be like a perfect tool for an environment like that.
oh yeah,
yeah, right.
I'll
I'm trying to
definitely-
tell this guy. It's almost like he doesn't have a North American ambassador.
But like
Excuse me.
when I was there though, like I met Sean from Magus, the Magus Circle.
the Mega Circle. Yep.
And I have like a very distinct memory where like we hung out and we chatted for a while because my friend Kiki, who's working my booth with me, and Sean became friends pretty quickly. And so I was like, I'll go check the game out. And I just remember it's like midnight, maybe the second or third night. I'm exhausted, but I'm just sitting there playing that game, and it was so much fun.
Yeah.
Like just drawing the shapes and
Yep,
stuff.
yeah, you
and,
have
like,
to
drawing
draw
the
the-
monsters. I was just like, this is awesome. And then I had to pull myself out and take the headphones off and be like, I gotta go to bed. I am like flow state, completely just like losing consciousness, just enjoying this game. It was
That's so awesome though that you got to meet them, and it's I got a feeling like that's something like if later on they're like, hey, you want to collab or something, you would do that, or you might
absolutely,
consider
yeah.
it.
Yep.
That's like the best part about also being a content creator or like creator video gamer on this space is like I played so many games and made friends with so many people that I'm like, I can't wait to just like support the shit out of your game. Like I can't wait to just like
Right.
root for you. Like
That's
that was
what George has done to me.
Yeah.
There've been a lot of games I'm like, oh, what am I testing today? And then I play it and I'm like, when are these guys coming on? And when is this game coming out? And then you meet the devs, and the devs are like super cool people, and you're like, look, I don't even know if I really like your game, but I definitely am going to play it now. You're super cool. You know what I mean?
I mean, it happened a lot to me too, because like I sometimes I just do like a lot of research on like Twitter or like
He's good at it. Yeah.
a lot of different like YouTube channels and stuff, and I'm like, oh, this game looks cool, and then I want to talk to the dev, and then they're like, oh, super cool about, yeah, I'll come to your podcast, and then we actually meet the dev, and they're like super chill and awesome. They're like, yeah, they're like telling their awesome story. They're like, yeah, teaching you like life lessons and stuff. Like, oh, cool. Like, I'm so glad I reached out to you. I mean, I'm like living all the way like the opposite side of the world. Like I'm living in Korea, but like I actually get to talk to all these people in the world actually.
He's got a dream. Yeah, I think it's amazing. And to be honest with you, I think when you get to hear how awesome the devs are and how they came up with the game, like hearing your story about the game and how much you love kind of what you're doing and stuff, it makes you like the game more.
Yeah.
Like, and I think that's one thing that I think a lot of times when it comes to indie games, I think that's what a lot of devs are missing is people don't see their passion. They just see the game. But when you can link their passion to the game, you're like, oh man, this dude's freaking dope. You know what I mean? And then it becomes one of those things.
Yeah, and then those players will become like the fan of the dev too. So like the next project that they do, they'll probably support it unless you do something crazy. But like obviously they're gonna be supporting. Yeah, like if you
a lot of crazy stuff happens these days.
Toilet Simulator 2.
Like I'll skip that one, but I'll wait until your next project.
Yeah, exactly.
But still, like So
there has been times when devs have put stuff out, and I was like, "Why?" But those are big devs, like the AAA dudes, and I'm like, I can't. Like, I'm glad I don't have enough money for your game anymore.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, it's too much.
Yeah.
But it's super awesome. Like, I'm glad we actually got to meet you two. Now I know what MagFest is.
Yeah. No, I'm changing it. Listen, now I'm gonna rewire your brain. It's gonna be like November, December next year, and you're gonna be, or this year, and you're gonna be like, wow, I should go check that shit out.
Yeah.
No, I love it. That's one of the best things about our podcast is all these cool indie devs and all the things that we get to see. Like, It just completely opens up your mind about how much more there is to the indie gaming side, or just gaming side in general, but mainly
absolutely.
indie games we get on here that
it's just super cool because everybody comes with a different level, like skill set and like level of expertise with the stuff. And the best thing I think that you guys do that, like I think that I do or whatever, is like you support, you uplift, you like encourage, and that's sometimes that's what all these developers need. Like your audience doesn't know me, well now you do, but but now they've heard of me, and now like maybe they'll check it out because they're a retro enthusiast the same way. And like I think that that's super important and very vital, I think, with games nowadays, because like I mean you can be on Steam, but like are you like, do people see you on Steam? You know what I mean?
Yeah, there are 19,000 game they came out in 2024. So
a lot of times though, I'll tell you what is funny, and I mean I don't know if you've ever done this as a content creator. I'll take my reviews of the games and put it in the Steam like thing as I rate it. And I get a lot of traffic from Steam. They're like, yeah, let's check it out, see what this guy's got to say. He's like, you're garbage. I'm like, well, thanks. How'd you like the game though? How'd you like the, you liked it?
Exactly.
Yeah. They're like, the game's great. Your review sucks. I'm like, yeah, that's cool. As long as you like the game, I guess that's all right. That's all that matters.
Absolutely.
I think we're kind of ready to wrap up things.
So,
do you have any like last questions, Zach, before we kind of?
Yeah, no, I was just gonna say. So, you said a couple months it's gonna be out, and then are we gonna see, it's on your Steam page and everything like that? Do you have kind of like, are you considering a certain price point? What are you thinking?
That is the hardest part, right? Because it's like, how do you value your work? And I had actually a really good, I had a good advice where somebody told me like, how much do you pay to go see a movie, and how long is a movie? And then like, is that comparable to like the opportunity that you're giving a player? And for me, I'm like, okay, well, if my game is about 5 hours long and, can be played multiple times, like, what does that equate to? But also like, people are broke. So it's just like, how do you be realistic about it? So
that's 100%. I ain't never heard anybody say it. You're like, I think it's worth this much, but people ain't got no damn money. So,
I mean, so I put the original version of the game out, which is like closer to maybe like 2.5, 3 hours. And I charged $5 for it, and I sold a bunch. But then I sold more when I sold the game for $3, and then I sold more when I sold the game for $2. It's $1 now. So like, if you can't wait to play the game, the remake as it's coming out, there is an older version that is not as fun, in my opinion, because I created it.
But there's an older version of Deluge.
Yes, there is a version made with an older engine.
What is it called? I mean,
that seems familiar to me. I think I played your older version.
Deluge 2003 now, because with the new one coming out, I changed the name. On Steam to differentiate the two. But I don't know, that's like the woes that I deal with, I think, with having something that's the same name and not wanting to call it remake,
This is so, because when I was playing it, I was like, man, I feel like I've done this before.
Could be.
Yeah. It's very similar.
Yeah.
But something like that. It would probably be like $10. That's what I'd imagine.
Yeah, I think that's a pretty reasonable price, because, if you think about like how much movies cost, it's pretty expensive.
I ain't going to a movie again. I'll promise you that. No. I went to the last zombie, the 28 years later, and I didn't think it was a bad movie. I went to his Alamo Draft House, which is a place they bring you food and stuff. I think I ended up spending like $100, and I was like, I'm just gonna buy a projector, invite my friend over, and just make food.
The new Silent Hill movie came out. There's a Return to Silent Hill or something came out, and everybody's dogging all over that. So I'm like, maybe I should go see it, because
like for fun, for the fun of it.
I mean, I waited till Tron was $5 because I'm a huge Tron fan, but I heard nothing good about it, and I was like, well, it was like $6, and I watched it. I was like, I wasn't upset about how much money I spent, but also like, you killed the Tron franchise, and I love Tron. Like, I was so sad. Like, it wasn't a bad movie. I just feel like whoever wrote it was like, let's make a lot of money, not, hey, let's tell a good story. And I was like, well, dang it. But yeah. So it's, when it comes to movies, like if we're based off movies, like depends on what theater you go to. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You're not getting the food and drink served to you, but
exactly. That's see.
minus.
You should be
3.
like, with every game sold, all you gotta do is hit this button. I show up in your house like cheeseburger.
Get a free coupon to KFC.
Yeah, we'll have someone bring that over for you right now. A couple days later, like he's not coming, is he? No.
Yeah. So, do you have anything you want to say to the audience or the people who are watching or listening to this, Riggy, before we go?
No, man, I just appreciate you guys having me. This was super fun. I know that we were scheduled, and like I appreciate that. Like I'm always pretty tough to remember things, also. So I made sure that I was here. But I appreciate it. I think what you guys are doing is a great thing. So like I hope you keep doing the podcast and talking to devs, and maybe there'll be more people that I run into at MagFest. Who knows?
Yeah. We're gonna slowly be cool with all the devs.
Yeah, like we've never been to MagFest, but I know everyone who went to MagFest.
You know those Quest Unplayed guys? Yeah, you're pretty cool. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, but we really appreciate your time. I know how busy it gets, especially if you're like an indie dev, like solo
100%.
indie dev or like small indie dev studio. Really appreciate it, and best of luck to all the the game launch that's gonna happen in about a month or two. I can't promise anything, but sometime this year. Let's say sometime this year. Yes.
Exactly.
Yeah, and if you have, we can probably talk more after like you launch the game and see like how it goes and stuff.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah,
I'm excited.
Yeah, I'm excited too. I'm definitely wishlisted it, obviously, when we first spoke. So
I wishlisted it and looked up Deluge just in case.
yes, and
and you know what the word means.
Yes, we learned something today. We learned
I'm
something.
not gonna lie to you. I was like, oh, let's just play it.
Yeah, MagFest and Deluge.
Yes,
we
yeah.
learned a lot during this podcast.
MagFest looks so dope. There's a lot of different MagFest stuff though.
Yeah, we definitely going one of those. But
We
yeah,
just-
thank you so much for coming.
We gotta start having our own booth. We have a Quest Unplayed booth.
Yeah, maybe.
Start
Live
making some
podcast
money,
even.
George.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, thank you. We're taking that. You can't have that. That's ours now. I'm just
Yeah, but yeah, thank you for listening, everyone. And check out Deluge. It's coming out pretty soon. It's on Steam, and he's planning on releasing on different platforms too. So please go check it out, and please go wishlist, guys.
Deluge.
I'll take
Play-
one click it.
Play the Deluge.
Yes, please.
Play it.
Bye, everyone.
No, I don't want to leave.
I know. I hate.
You're the worst parent ever.
Sorry.
I'm on the prison and world poopy deck. No, I'm just kidding. I'm kidding.